Let's talk about the AI workflow revolution. Seriously, imagine this. You have a single idea, just a spark, and you can watch it turn into a completely finished project, almost on its own. Today, we're going to show you exactly how that works. So, what if you could just skip all the boring, tedious steps between having a great idea and actually launching it? You know, that whole gap filled with brainstorming, planning, writing, design, all that stuff that used to be the really hard part? Well, this isn't some sci-fi fantasy anymore. This is the AI workflow revolution, and it's happening right now. So to get our heads around this, we've broken it down into 5 key stages. First, we'll cover the big idea itself. Then, we'll turn that idea into an actual action plan. After that, you'll meet your new AI co-founder. Then, we'll automate the whole process. And finally, we'll pull it all together with a real-world example. Sound good? Let's go.
Okay, so what is this workflow really all about? At its heart, it's about putting your entire creative process on autopilot. By the end of this explainer, you're going to have a blueprint to turn pretty much any idea into a finished product, with AI doing all the heavy lifting.
Every single great project starts with 2 things, right? An idea and a plan. So let's dive into how AI is completely changing the game for both.
We've all been there, staring at that blinking cursor on a blank screen. Ugh. Well, step 1 of the AI workflow is all about making sure that never ever happens again. You have to think of AI as your infinite brainstorming partner, just ready to spitball concepts whenever you need them.
And the key here is using the right tool for the job. You wouldn't use a screwdriver to hammer a nail. For those big blue sky what-if ideas, you go to something like ChatGPT or Gemini. But if you need fact-checked insights with actual references, Perplexity AI is your go-to. And then to keep all that genius organized, you've got Notion AI.
And look how simple it is to get started. A single, clear prompt just like this one can give you a whole list of amazing, relevant ideas in just a few seconds. It's really all about asking the right questions.
Of course, an idea is pretty useless without a solid plan. So that brings us to step 2, turning all that raw creativity into a structured, step-by-step workflow. This is where AI stops being the dreamer and becomes the architect.
The big change here is you're not building project plans from scratch anymore. I mean, tools like ClickUp AI can intelligently break down a massive goal into tiny little tasks. Notion AI can literally auto-generate entire timelines for you. And you can even use ChatGPT to organize all your deliverables and deadlines. It's wild. Okay, now we're at the creation stage. And this is where the relationship with AI totally shifts. It's not just a tool anymore. It becomes a real collaborative partner. You're a creative co-founder, if you will. So no matter what you do, whether you're a writer, a designer, or a developer, there is an AI ready to help you build. For writing, you've got tools like Jasper AI that are built just for marketing content. For visuals, Midjourney and Canva can create absolutely stunning designs. And for coding, well, GitHub Copilot is a complete game changer for developers.
This idea is the absolute heart of this whole revolution. Your role changes. You bring the vision. You bring the critical direction. You bring the human taste. The AI? It brings the execution at a speed and scale that was just unimaginable before.
All right, we've come up with ideas, planned the project, created the content. Now for the part that's honestly revolutionary, connecting everything so it runs by itself and then making that whole system smarter over time.
This is where the real magic happens, folks. Automation is the glue that holds this entire system together. It's all about creating a chain reaction of triggers and actions that lets your workflow run with almost zero human intervention. So you can think of platforms like Make.com and Zapier as the central nervous system of your whole operation. They let all your different apps, Gmail, Slack, Notion, whatever, talk to each other and set off actions automatically. It is unbelievably powerful stuff. Let's make this super concrete. Imagine you just finished writing a report. The second you hit save, Zapier sees it and boom, it's uploaded to Notion. Instantly, an AI generates a summary. And then, bam, an email with that summary is automatically sent to your client. You did 0 clicks. It's completely hands-free.
But we're not done yet. The final step is to close the loop. Once your automated workflow is up and running, you can use AI to analyze how well it's performing and suggest ways to make it better. You're creating a system that gets faster and more efficient every single time you use it.
All right, we've walked through all the steps. Now let's see what this actually looks like when we put it all together in a real-world project, from start to finish.
Let's take launching a YouTube channel. AI can brainstorm your niche and your video ideas. It can write the script. It can design a thumbnail that people actually want to click on. Then, it can automatically schedule the social media post to promote it and even draft the email to your subscribers. We're talking the entire process, end to end.
And this brings us to the biggest shift of all. Your role completely changes from being the doer to being the director. You set the strategy, you hold the creative vision, you supervise the process, and an army of AI agents handles the execution.
And that's it. That is the single most important thing to take away from this. This isn't about replacing people, it's about amplifying them. AI is giving us the tools to scale our own creativity and our ambition like never before in history.
So the final question really isn't about what's possible, because we've seen a ton is possible. The real question is, what are you going to do with it? Now that you've seen how this can apply to basically anything, what's the first AI workflow you're going to build?
Hey, if you found this breakdown valuable, definitely subscribe for more explainers on how to build and innovate faster than ever. Let us know in the comments what workflow you're excited to build, or if there's another complex topic you want us to break down next. Thanks so much for watching.